There's not much better than old Hawk Harrelson wondering if you can actually put it on the board, yes or not. Dingbats, where we go snake draft style around Major League Baseball today, and each pick 3 home run hitters. A quick recap of the stats. Sean Marash is 0 for 15 so far this year through 5 weeks of Dingbats. I love my mans, but he needed the weekend off. Pat, 2 for 15, so slightly better. Executive producer Brandon, 4 for 15, leading the pack at a 266 average. And video producer Dan Turner, 3 for 15. So, some work to be done here. Jake, perhaps we can come along and help lift the overall team average, maybe. Or we could just continue to tank this thing.
I like to think that we're going to uplift the average. Far be it from myself to pat myself on the back and sprain my shoulder here. You know, we're on a little bit of a run on bet slips and bat flips, which you can watch on the BetMGM network Monday through Friday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Or for the following week, this upcoming week for the next 5 days, yours truly will also be hosting Send It In for PJ Glasser while he's on vacation. So it'll be 1 p.m. Eastern, the Hassan Hour. But we're on a little bit of a good run. We ended the week Thursday and Friday with some home run bets that both came through. So far be it for me to talk about myself as if it's my job, except it is. That's why I'm here right now. But you know, we've been on a run, Chris. We've been on a run with home run bets.
Little bit.
Very humble,
the Hassan
Jake.
Hour.
Very humble.
Thank you.
Yes, always humble Hassan.
Listen.
That's what they call him around the office. I've heard people say it. So the Hassan Hour every day this week, 1 Eastern, noon Central, should be something. Furthering the claim by Jake Hassan that he's not allowed to leave Odyssey Chicago headquarters at any point during the week. From Monday, 8 a.m. until Friday, 6 p.m., he's there and he ain't going nowhere. So why not put him on the air? Okay, let's get to Dingbats. Video producer Dan Turner, he gets to start this week's snake draft with the first overall pick for someone to go yard today. Dan?
All right. Good morning, gentlemen. So to start it off, we're going to head up to Toronto, where Bowden Francis is pitching today. He's been torched pretty much by left-handers all year. So I'm going to go with Bo Naylor as my first pick. He's been on a bit of a hot streak lately. He's hit 6 home runs this season, but 3 have come in the last week. So I'm going to pick Bo Naylor at plus 560 as my first pick.
I like that. Bo Naylor with the first pick to Dan. Brandon, you're up next.
All right. Well, I'm going to go to San Francisco. And we talked about this guy. We talked about this game. German Marquez, I mean, he's 0-5 with an infinite symbol next to his ERA. And he gives up bombs left and right. So I'm going with Matt Chapman, who is 3 for 8 against Marquez in his career with 2 home runs. So give me Matt Chapman at plus 350 to hit a bomb today.
Definitely had Chapman close to the top of my board. He was not my Shedeur Sanders in this draft. Jake, you're filling in for Pat this week. Whatever you do will either help or hinder Pat Boyle's stats and his reputation as a home run hitting predictor. So this affects your reputation none. It's all
great
for Pat's stats.
Well, unless it hits, in which case I will take it for my reputation, and we will tweet the video, and I will text whoever is on social, and I also tweet the video. Green check mark, money bag emoji. Just spam those on my Twitter at Jake_Hassan, by the way, on Twitter. I will go near the top of the board. I will go with a kind of a lame one. I'll go Rafael Devers today against Chris Paddock, who is a bum who I usually like to fade anyway, gives up a ton of hard contact, a ton of fly balls. And again, may I say, he's a bum. So I will go against Chris Paddock. Give me Rafael Devers with my first pick.
All right, Jake takes Devers with his first pick, which means it comes to me, filling in for Marash. I get 2 picks here to snake it back into the second round. First pick, look, his numbers against Kyle Gibson overall are absolutely atrocious. He is a career 160 hitter against Kyle Gibson. Sal Perez is 8 for 50 lifetime against Kyle Gibson. But, oh, by the way, 3 of those 8 hits are homers. So we're going to go Sally Perez to go yard today against Kyle Gibson. He may go 1 for 5, but I'll take the one going yard. The second pick, as we snake through this thing, let's keep it there in Baltimore, and let's go with another member of the Royals, Jonathan India. How about this? 3 for 10 lifetime against Kyle Gibson. All 3 are dingers. So let's get another one for Jonathan India against Kyle Gibson today. We'll go with a couple of Royals, much to Jake's chagrin. Those will be my first 2 picks in Dingbats today. So Perez and India for my first 2. Jake, back to you, my friend, for your second pick.
I'm going to go out west for mine. Going to go to the lovely city of Anaheim, going against Jack Kokanowitz, who gives up a lot of fly balls. Warm weather, so should be good for home runs. I'm going to go Kerry Carpenter today. He has been on an absolute tear over the last couple of weeks, has launched a couple of home runs in the last 2 weeks or so. So I will go with him. He terrorizes right-handed pitching as well. So I will go Kerry Carpenter of the Detroit Tigers as my second pick.
All right, Brandon.
I like that, Jay. I think you made that pitcher's name up, though. I think that's a made-up pitcher's name. I don't believe it's true.
I said this in the break. There are a lot of bums pitching today. Most of them are guys you've never heard of. So those are the people you have to fade.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I completely agree with you. I'm actually gonna go to Boston here. I'm gonna take Alex Bregman at plus 475, going up against Chris Paddock. Bregman has 3 home runs in the last week. Paddock's given up 6 bombs in 27 in the third innings. He loves giving up the long ball. Bregman loves hitting them this week. He's gonna continue that tear. Alex Bregman plus 475.
Good look, Brandon. All right, Dan, you get 2 now. Here's our snake back through the end of the second and beginning of the third round. Who you got?
All right, so I'm sticking in Detroit with Jake. I'm going to go with Riley Green. In his past 8 games, he's hitting .419 with 5 homers, including 2 games where he's homered twice. And Jack Kochanowicz, I think the name really is made up, is 1-4 with a 5.29 ERA. So I think, to Jake's point, I think he's going to give up some bombs, and I think Riley Green at plus 425 is going to hit one off him today. And for my last pick, my usual homer pick of the week, I'm going with Kyle Schwarber, who only hits home runs every day but Sunday when I pick him. But gotta continue on, gotta forge on. He's gonna hit one today at plus 250 actually, so that's pretty low. And I just want to say I appreciate you guys actually doing some real picks and not doing what Pat does and just takes Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge every week. So we appreciate it.
Boo! Boo!
Yeah, no coward
I would
picks.
say
He
if it
deserves to
worked,
go 0 for 3 every time he does it, too.
Yeah, I would say if it works, keep it up. But how well has it been working for Pat? All right, Brandon, your final pick. You got Chapman and Bregman to this point.
Yeah, look, me and Dan Turner have this thing where each week we take a homer pick. He takes a Philly, I take a Cub. Typically, I take my guy, Kyle Tucker, who might not be my guy for much longer because the Cubs don't spend any damn money. So I'm actually going to go steer clear of him, and I'm going to go with somebody who's absolutely hot, and I think he's going to hit his 4th home run of the series today. Give me PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong, at plus 500 to go yard today against Freddie Peralta.
Okay, good look. And we'll call it a homer pick. Jake, your last pick. You got Devers and Kerry Carpenter. What do you got for your third and final dingbat?
I'm going to go with James Wood in Cincinnati, a ballpark that is very conducive to home runs. And once again, stop me if you heard this before, going against a bum. Nick Martinez has been terrible for the Reds this year. He serves them up like nobody's business. James Wood has been playing very well this year, breaking out for the Nationals, a big part of why they've been better than I think people expected, except for, again, let me sprain my shoulder, some people who are on the Nationals win total over. But I like James Wood going against Nick Martinez, who is a bum.
Bum. The over-under on you using bum in this segment was 3.5, and I think you've gone over.
Almost as much as famously.
Almost. They don't line that anymore. They know better. All right. I'm torn on this one. We talked plenty about the Giants and the Rockies, and I want to go with somebody in San Francisco. Willy Adames is 4-1. I like that number. But then I also saw Machado go yard for the Padres yesterday here in Pittsburgh for just the third time this year. And oh, by the way, he gets Andrew Heaney today. And against Heaney, Machado, 4 for 18 lifetime with a pair of home runs. So I think Machado gets number 4 today. It would be homers in back-to-back games for him. The number isn't great. I want to say it's like plus 350 at BetMGM, but the hell with it. We'll go with Machado as my final pick in Dingbats. And there you go. The lineups are set. Dan's got Bo Naylor, Riley Green, Kyle Schwarber, Brandon, Matt Chapman, Alex Bregman, and Pete Crow Armstrong. Jake, Devers, Carpenter, and Wood. I've got Sal Perez, Jonathan India, and Manny Machado. And Jake, we will bear no responsibility for any of these picks next week when they talk about them. Keith Smith to talk hoops next here on the BetMGM Network.